Friday, May 27th, and I am here in Quachita. That's how you say it, Quachita National Forest, and southeast Oklahoma, for some more free 99 camping tonight. There's my setup. Again, just like last night, I'm gonna go without the fly and hopefully get it to dry. I've got it spread out over here underneath pretty good canopy of leaves so it won't get dewed on. So maybe Lord willing, it'll dry out a bit for me, because it's still wet from, you know, the rain the other day, all that rain, and then also I think it got dewed on pretty good last night. I didn't have it in a good spot. So anyhow, yeah, Oklahoma. This afternoon I went from like 3 days, you know, not 3 full days, of course, but still, you know, 3 days of riding in Louisiana. I guess probably almost 3 full days. It was like 4 o'clock this afternoon. I crossed the Texas line, which was a big thrill. Really makes me feel like I'm, you know, getting out west, or am somewhat out west. But anyhow, I went from, so again, Louisiana into Texas for a bit, and then here a little bit ago this evening, and then about, I don't remember what time it was. Maybe after 6, I crossed into Arkansas for a little bit. And I don't remember on the timing, but anyhow, it don't matter. But anyhow, I crossed into Arkansas for a little bit, and then here just a little bit ago, I crossed into Oklahoma. So after, again, being for all those days in Florida, it's nice to, you know, be going from state to state. That's always exciting, a new state on the bike, or anytime you're traveling, I think it is. So again, just what a blessing that there's another national forest. I found it, I guess I found it this morning, you know, trying to figure out where I was going to head for tonight. And I rode like just shy of 287 miles today. And the great thing about that is that's like the furthest I've ridden and feel this good. I mean, I've ridden further, of course, a couple days over 300 miles, which, you know, again, just absolutely blasted me. But today, to ride that far, I'm thankful to say that I feel pretty decent. And, you know, again, as I always say, I mean, just absolutely beautiful and all that. But yeah, it was. I mean, just riding, leaving that place this morning, the other national forest. Oh man, something Sachi, another like Indian sounding name, but I am brain farting on it. Don't matter, I've said it already. But anyhow, leaving the other national forest this morning, it was just a beautiful ride. It was just so nice back in there. And again, just really most of the day, no really big, for the most part, I say no really big towns. I mean, I did go around outskirts of Shreveport, Louisiana, which is a decent sized town, but again, you know, on the outskirts. Wasn't too terribly, you know, crazy as far as the traffic or anything. But again, just a beautiful ride. Just country roads, 2-lane roads, a lot of speed limits of 65 and I think maybe even 70 today. And I've rode a lot of 60, 65, 67 and all that, which I haven't done a whole lot of. I've done a bit of, but did quite a bit of it today. And on them 2-lane roads, you know, of course, it's pretty fun. And the bike, old Zeke there, he does just fine in those kind of speeds. He really does. Again, when you start getting up to 70, close to 70, the RPMs are up to like 5,700, and it red lines at like 65. So I don't run him, you know, that hard for very long. But again, that's all for another video, reviewing the Himalayan, which I haven't done yet. But again, all these 2-lane roads, beautiful roads, country roads, and you know, that's Louisiana and you know, a little bit of Arkansas and Texas and now Oklahoma. I mean, just all beautiful country roads. The thing about Louisiana, I mean, they had some stretches of some like nice paved areas, but again, just some stretches of it. For the most part, the roads were, I wouldn't say horrible, but they were bad. They were just a lot of cracks and a lot of seams going crossways to where, I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't freeze down here, I don't think, that much, but it's almost like they were, almost like the road is buckled to where you'd go across this this crack, and it was quite a bump, you know, when you would hit one. And it seemed like yesterday, I'm thinking it was, and again today, it was just like, you know, just one after another. So again, you know, like just beautiful country roads, you know, wide open and all that, but for the most part, pretty poor condition. And I'm going to say by far the, you know, the worst condition of the roads I've been on yet. But again, I still enjoyed it. I did want to mention, you know, again, where I camped last night, the other national forest down there in Louisiana. And I'm not going to look it up. Like I said, I've said it, but the thing about it, I don't know if I did mention, it was also part of an old Army camp called Camp Claiborne, which back in World War II, it was like active something like 40 to 45, something like that. And what's cool about it, is evidently the 82nd Airborne and the 101st Airborne were both originally came out of there, you know, something like that. And two, there's another, and I'm sorry, I should have read, I took pictures of the plaques and the signs and all that, and I've posted that stuff on Facebook. But, and I meant to read it again before I talked about it. But if you're interested, you know, again, Camp Claiborne, and it's the National Forest now. It was, it might have been forest land before, but then the Army used it for like those 5 years for training. And then after the war, when they closed it, or at least when they closed it in 45, it went back to National Forest land. But evidently it's got quite a history to it. There's some old kind of ruins of buildings there. And like I said, the two airborne groups came out of it. And two, there was something about, it was the largest massing of American troops on American soil, something like that. In those 5 years, there was like over 500,000 troops were trained there, something to that effect. So again, like I said, if you're interested, look it up, Camp Claiborne. And again, some of you are also, you know, doing my Facebook where you can see the signs. But you know, again, just really neat area. Yeah, so from here, God willing, when I roll out tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly, you know, how I'm going to go or where, you know, I plan to go tomorrow night. I did see over, wanting to head towards again, whatever you call that section of Texas that sticks out the top west corner there. I want to go across that more or less, but even between here and there, because I am pretty much right on the border of Texas and Oklahoma, just barely north of Texas. You know, as I go over, I'll be basically skirting the border, probably staying on the Oklahoma side, but it's hard to say. I have no idea as of yet. But there is there's a state park over in the Amarillo area, and it was like 400 and some miles away, which, you know, split it up between the next 2 days to where, God willing, I could be there on Sunday. It's Friday night. You know, it'd be a couple, you know, decent rides, nothing too big or, you know, too small for that matter. Just a couple decent sized days of riding. And I don't remember what the park's called either, which I could, you know, say it later, of course, as I head over there or get over there. I guess just the only thing, it is Memorial Day weekend, and you know, campers and, you know, just people out and about. It's going to be out in force, of course, enjoying these places, which is great. Just hard to say what availability it'll be like when I get over there, but I'm not worried about it. Again, God knows, and I'll, you know, find a place to crash regardless. Because again, obviously, I'm not hard to please. You know, my spot back here in the woods in the National Forest, my free 99 camping, which I've been blessed to have quite a bit of it now. Cannot be beat, but in the same token, I've enjoyed the state parks that I have actually paid to camp in as well. Just kind of a nice mix of both, and a couple motel rooms now at this point too, which has been really nice. And staying with my aunt and uncle, and cousin and her husband, with the family there. So yeah, it's been just a nice mix, a nice variety of places I stay, and looking forward to wherever I might stay in the future, Lord willing. So. Oh, I did want to mention about Mr. Bellew, the Cajun captain, talking about there yesterday. And I had said he was a retired police officer, and also what's cool about him, he's a big bike enthusiast, and he was a motorcycle cop, and then also I don't know if it was on the job or if it's just a personal bike, but he rode a Triumph Bonneville at some point, which is obviously a legendary bike. And again, just a neat legendary guy too, so to speak, in his area. Actually, even beyond, because like I said, there was that magazine article about him, and he had told me people come from all over the world to eat there, which I believe it, because the food was amazing. So yeah, it's starting to get a little dark here, and so I'll do the usual, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and just climb on inside the tent and just hang out. And I don't know if I can Facebook or really anything tonight. I don't think I've got hardly squat for a signal back here, but if I can't, that's all right too. So that's all I got. Everybody, again, I'll be getting this after the fact, but I hope everybody has a good Memorial Day weekend. Folks will be remembering, those family lost and all that too. And I just hope and pray everybody's well, and that again, you just have a blessed weekend, long weekend. Enjoy. Happy official weekend of summer.